Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night to any poor soul that decided to click on this and jump ahead later. And immediately heard a Windows noise. That was me. That was me. That was not you. Just in case. The timing on those are always impeccable. Guess I should really pride myself on the amount of noises my PC makes. Headset included that bait. So I should play some Discord notification noises. Oh, what was that? Someone flashed over there. I don't know what it was. My model? Did I lose tracking or something? That was weird. This is going well. It's going well so far. Okay. I also don't have this set up at all. Because I didn't know what I was going to play today. So I kind of threw this together last night as I was going to bed. So this should be interesting. I have been playing Call of Duty recently. And I've been playing, well, not every day, but a little bit, a couple times a week. Been coming in and playing my zombies, so I'm going to, I bet you can probably hear it already a little bit. Okay, let's see. So I should just be able to go like this. Please work. Hey, look at that. My plan was just to go with whatever was kind of the basic Woj new era. No, I mean, because I've been playing for this isn't my first time today. This is my first Call of Duty, but I started playing like what was it? How many months ago? One and a half, maybe. It's not that long, but okay. A second. Okay, now Mr. Code stopped by. This I don't think I'll play, like, this isn't like an on stream kind of thing. Also, I don't know if there's anything that'll get me to play multiplayer, so it's not like it's that different. Like, really, the interesting thing with because so I basically started playing this for the zombies mode, which is what we're in right now. This over this top of the screen, this Black Ops 6 Zombies. That's really why I'm here. I don't know anything about the multiplayer, so it is a little unfortunate. Okay, so let's see. I come in, do my daily challenges. That'll give me a little insight of what I want to do today. Black holes is kind of a lot. How was my well, do I have like cooldown and explosion maybe? I like the daily mission thing. That's fun. Fallen enemies. Or one enemy deals shadow damage to others nearby. Normal enemies are knocked down while special enemies are stunned. Oh, is this gonna reduce the number? Is this it only will warp one enemy? Well, we'll try this. These augment based effect dailies are normally pretty rough. And then we've got melee kills and vermin. Hell yeah. Okay, this is good. I think the next thing on my list was this thing, though. Let's see. Just need to find a reticle real quick that's not fully leveled. Oh, perfect. Perfect. And I don't think I have any attachments because this thing is level 1. Just checking real quick. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay, I can switch this garbage. Oh, I should probably do Aether Shroud. Okay. But I have some thoughts on the game. Not a lot specifically pertaining to like the overarching Call of Duty game, because I haven't really experienced that much. But like I have a little bit, like the gunplay is surprisingly slick. So I assume that the rest of the game, multiplayer and stuff, must be fun. Okay, so then another thing I will touch on briefly is if you select any of these things, plan squad, solo, whatever, right here at the bottom of this list is this option called toggle squad fill. Now, what this tiny option at the bottom of the screen that you might not be noticing is what this will is if you select play in a squad here, notice how that's gone now. This option is gone. If I was to select one of the maps like this, that option's still not down here. That option, notice this says pack-a-punch camos. If I go back 2 layers, here's squad fill. So important note that might become important in a bit. So if you were to say select play in a squad here, if you didn't notice this was down here, if this is your first time playing, and you click this, major hostility, good reaction emoji. Yeah, if you miss that because it disappears back here. So you've just, but there didn't used to be a standard selection. But here, if you were just figuring out, you're like, okay, well, if I have more than one person, okay, so I guess we have to go with squad because playing solo doesn't work. Then you get this deep and you're making sure you're like, okay, well, I don't see anything that's gonna randomly match me with people. I think we're good. And you hit ready up. It will match you with people. So that's interesting, and that's one thing. I do think I have a pretty funny story for first game. But I'm just gonna boot up a little solo here. Solo is nice. Once you've picked solo, you will be by yourself, which is very nice for me. I don't want to have to see, hear, interact with other people ever. No. Oh, and I don't think I said hello to Andrea. Welcome back. Been a bit. I am planning on playing some Final Fantasy 14 soon. Because I've never played any of the Hildebrand quests, but I've heard about them a couple times. So I was planning on doing those on stream. So that will be hopefully more enticing. Look, we're in game. I don't know how well this is gonna play on stream. It plays like a dream off stream. Oh, that was another thing. I'm like, I only really have like 2 things to really say about like the game as a whole. It feels really slick to play. And that can also include the performance. Like, I've had some graphical issues recently, but other than that, like, I don't have any particular like gameplay oriented performance things. Like, this looks really good to me, it feels good to me, so I don't have any like particular complaints there. Ooh, this feels pretty good too. I haven't used this gun before. This one's new. Anyway, it's like you load into this mode here, and oh, I guess okay. I'll start at the beginning. It's a very good place to start. So, my dad has recently gotten into playing some of the more recent but not current titles Well, I guess they were, some of them were current at the time. But I had always known about Call of Duty, right? It's one of the big names, one of the big boys. But more specifically, I'd seen these zombie modes where you run around and you shoot zombies. So I'd heard things about, you know, like the box and getting the ray gun, the memes like, revive me, I've got the ray gun. So I'd seen stuff. I'd also, you know, like I knew some terms like wall buy or, you know, random crap. Training zombies, heard about that, where you can, you know, get them all nice and grouped up. So I knew a couple things. I've, you know, been on the internet. I heard a couple random things, and I thought that I might enjoy it, but it was never enough that I was like, I'm gonna buy an entire Call of Duty title just to play a mode I think I might like. So I was never quite there. But my dad started playing. I actually don't remember the numbers. Modern Warfare 3, 2. It had the Extraction Zombies DMZ mode, and I was like, oh well, that's cool. He's into the zombies mode. It might not be the same one, but you know the principles are there. And so I was like, oh well, maybe this would be a perfect time to try and see if I like zombies, and if we're playing the new one, we could play the zombies together. It seemed on paper like a great idea. It turns out that perhaps this mode is a little bit more hectic, intense. So there was not as much my dad's side interest in this one, but that's sort of beside the point. The next step was the game has released. Let's play the new zombie mode. Right, let's try it. So I've never at this point I have never played a Call of Duty title in my life, let alone this one. And my download started I started it later, so I got to watch a couple rounds of zombies that my dad was playing. So I had seen a little bit. It was all in this area. I don't know if we might have bought one door or something, but I'm just sitting there watching. I'm trying to glean a little bit of information. I'm like, oh, okay, looks like there's like a self-revive thing. I didn't ask some crucial questions because in my head I was assuming that we would end up playing a pretty slow-paced, you know, 2-player zombie thing, like kind of how I'm doing now. If you aren't actively killing zombies, you can kind of just walk around. Like you can chill out, especially these early rounds. You can just kind of stroll about. You can take your time. You don't have to. There's no time limit, which is nice. Can be nice and chill. So I thought we would get into our game. And we would have something kind of like this where I'm like, I would familiarize myself with not only the game, but this mode as a whole. And that did not happen. Because our first instinct was to try and hit that solo button, because we were like, don't match us with people. Turns out, as I was mentioning earlier, solo is not the button that determines whether or not your party is matched with others. That is the squad fill at the bottom of the screen. That is always ticked on when you start selecting things. I'm lazy, so now that it is round 6 and a vermin round, you can tell by the green, I'm gonna go stand in this corner because it makes it very brain off, which I am a fan of. Anyway, so then we're like, okay, solo does not let us queue because there's more than one person, which, okay, sure, makes sense. But our number one goal is not playing with randoms. And once we had tried squad and it didn't, or solo and it didn't work, we immediately were like, okay, well then we have to try solo, and we missed the squad fill at the bottom of the screen. And as I demonstrated earlier, once you've decided that you're gonna pick either solo or squad, that option goes away. So if you're scouring the screen and stuff later, you're fucked. So, long story short, well, I mean, there's more story after this, but we get, we start queuing for the game, and then all of a sudden, you know, it says matching for players, which actually, it'll say matching for players no matter what, even as a solo player there. I think you probably got enough time to see that earlier, but I didn't really highlight it. So it says matching for players, I'm like, ooh, I'm a little concerned by that, but I think it had said that when I watched my dad queue up some games earlier, so not immediately super concerning. And then it populated 2 more people into the party. Then I was very concerned, and then the game started, so it was too late to do anything. So then we boot up into this map. I have not played this game before, and I know how none of the controls work. I am, you know, a bit of a gamer, so I can immediately move around and do that kind of stuff. But I don't know how to sprint, I don't know how to crouch, I don't know how to slide. I technically didn't know how to, you know, like aim and shoot, but that was all common, you know, WAS and then mouse, aim, shoot stuff. That was all good. I knew how to reload. That's fine. All the other stuff, didn't know how to do. Didn't know how to I figured out the armor plating. But in the first game, I figured out how to use lethal. No, tactical? I didn't figure out the grenades for a while, so I couldn't use my like, consumable stuff. And I did not figure out the field upgrade. So I was just absolutely not in the right element, which actually, for the new player experience, in hindsight, was kind of fun, because I rarely get to get a window or a feel of what it's like to be, like, not a native gamer, or like, you know, oh wow, okay, maybe I need to put a little bit more effort into what I'm doing. My damage is falling off. Anyway, so yeah, I was just a fish out of water, just an absolute goon, which is kind of fun / interesting, because sometimes I play games that are multiplayer or, you know, do not have an option to play by yourself kind of thing. Oh shit, I was supposed to be meleeing. I totally forgot. Crap. Okay. I was supposed to get 50 melee kills, and I got distracted. Well, I guess we're gonna start that now. This would have been better to start off with, and that's what my plan was going in, but I am silly. So here we are. Well, my field upgrade's almost charged, so oh, it is upcharged. Anyway, oh shit, don't die on stream, you filthy casual. But it was fun to experience a game as like a complete noob almost. Yeah, because what I was saying earlier was, you know, sometimes I'm playing games with other people and I see some people doing stuff. I'm like, how could you be this lost? How did you get to this point and you're like not doing what you're supposed to be doing? Like, how am I carrying this hard? And I got to see me out of body experience because, as far as I can tell, in this match we loaded up into, there were 3 of us. Well, 2 of us had no clue what we were doing. One person knew exactly what they were doing, and the 4th person, I'm pretty sure, also was very lost. But I can't confirm that because also at the time I didn't really know what I was looking for, or, you know, what there was to look for. So I can't confirm. How many kills we get there? 28. That's not bad. But right, I had no clue what I was doing. Oh, this is my fist. One of the interesting things here is that, so I've been running around in the background killing zombies. I haven't done a lot of really important things other than, so right there, I've attached an ammo mod. So I have a objective daily challenge to get 50 kills of zombies with black holes triggered by the Shadow Rift ammo mod. So right now I equipped the Shadow Rift ammo mod. So there's these little kiosks here that you can do weapon rarities and ammo mods, which there's no onboarding, no tutorial for this. And I was trying to formulate my thoughts on this last night. And I think that's fine, because this is obviously a game mode that people have been playing for a long time and many iterations, and so like it would. I think I struggle to figure out if there should be like an onboarding experience for new players. For me, this was actually it was great. This was in total a great experience, because having the complete confusion was, in hindsight, pretty fun. Okay, so I'm just trying to trigger some of these ammo mod stuff, because that one takes a long time to do. Now that everyone's all nice and trained, I can start picking people off with melee. Right, there's a bunch of stuff that's not explained. Oh, I also went and grabbed a there are perk acolas, which are little drinky upgrades that you can get that are from vending machines around the map. So I went and I bought melee macchiato, which makes my melee attacks do more damage and I can do them faster. And so I went and picked that up for... Oh, there's the melee kills. Sick. We don't have to worry about this anymore. I do have melee macchiato now, though. It shouldn't be too bad. But so there are some things that are actually quite important. So, there I went and upgraded my rarity to green for this gun. So that increases the damage this thing does. So now I'm going to be a little bit closer to dealing decent damage. It's really hard to stress how important this is. But okay, so well, just a little. I should do like a comparison. So, say I'm whatever. So I've got this green gun. Green is better than white. It's better than what I started with. That's pretty good. But like, it takes. I don't have the calculation for it, but it's like, right. I have to spend like a second or two on monsters, zombies, to get a kill with that. But if you come in here and you hit this thing, if you spend 5,000 of your essence on this pack-a-punch machine, it pack-a-punches your weapon. And now suddenly, well, this one didn't make as crazy a difference, but like it increases your damage by a significant amount. And the objectives do, those little orange stars actually point you towards this machine. So it kind of does do, it onboards every player automatically to the pack-a-punch machine. But caveat there is, if you are playing in a lobby where someone else is running around and doing stuff, I'm pretty sure as soon as someone goes in there, it gets rid of the objective. I could be wrong. The initial game was enough of an experience that I might not have been paying enough attention. But anyway, so I'm playing my first game and I don't know how to do any of that, let alone what I'm looking for. Because after Pack-a-Punch 1 from that machine, suddenly you're able to, keep up with zombies. But there are these little vending machines all over the map. Some things that are really important for survivability are Juggernog, which is this red one, and Quick Revive. So the Juggernog there doubled my HP. So now I have twice as much capacity to take damage. So I'll die less. Now, Quick Revive, importantly, not only does it make you able to revive other people faster, which doesn't seem like it would be very helpful solo, it also increases the speed at which you heal and reduces the delay between you taking damage and healing. So like if I go get hit here, so I've taken a little damage, so now I'm, there's like a little chunk out of my HP. If I'm running around, it's like still damage, now there it goes. Once I get Quick Revive, I'll do it again and it's much faster. So significantly increases your survivability. So very, very important stuff for like trying to survive later. So like he's here now. If I let him kind of just like kick the shit out of me, not doing very much damage. But there it's like waiting, going. So I don't know the numbers, but it feels like it's like twice as fast. I don't know. It's a big difference, and every second counts. Because I was pretty quickly able to figure out how to like open doors, because you walk into things, you buy them. That was pretty easy. All of these other mechanics like ammo mods, leveling up your rarity of your guns, using your field upgrade, using your grenades were not things that I figured out. And then the buying pack-a-punch armor. I think I knew how to buy armor, and I bought a gun off a wall. I bought this LMG, which had an insane reload time. But we load into our first game and are immediately subjected. Oh, just okay. Well, Mangler gone, I guess. Immediately voice chat is just on, and also there are settings for party voice chat versus lobby voice chat that I know about now. But so immediately just in raw dogging just a Call of Duty voice chat lobby. Now I have heard, you know, I know the stories. It's like I was familiar with Halo, so you know, I know Call of Duty stuff. So I'm immediately a little apprehensive, and the first utterance of anything is not okay. This is not what I meant to do. I was gonna just switch. Okay, we're just switching field upgrades because I got the melee. How are we doing on stuff? Got a little bit of vermin. Black holes is not going well. But we're in a lobby, and we are on the finding the zombie slaughter quite relaxing. Hell yeah! I'm glad you're finding this fun, enjoyable. I do. I'm a fan of repetitive stuff every once in a while. So I have some interesting thoughts about like this mode and gameplay as a whole, but I'm gonna save that for after I've regaled with my initial experiences and then talk about like the learning curve and stuff. Because we're on that starting roof. Like we have just started, and I'm still at this time coming to grips with that. I am playing with random people, and I have no clue what I'm doing, and I will not have time to figure it out. And we've just spawned in, and I hear this voice go, and it's like, oh, I don't remember what the first thing he said was. It was something like, you know, like, hey gamers. Oops, I just threw a smoke grenade. What is this, my first time? He was just like, hey, no, I think he just straight up was like, hey lobby, if you had to kiss one, who would you rather kiss? Trump or Biden? And this was just off rip. This was the first thing. This was the first thing they decided to say, and I was like, well, damn, this got real fast. What an experience. There was a bit of an awkward pause. No one was saying anything. So this was also pre-election, in case you're wondering. I'm dead, but ignore that. Just pretend that like I didn't just kill myself. Oh hey, I did it again. Let's go. This is going well. A little distracted. It's fine. It's fine. When you're playing solo, you start with a self-revive. Very nice. Very easy. Very cool. Oops. I'm chill. And I said, well, I guess I'd go with Biden because he seems like he would be a lot drier. And then, a very quiet and ostensibly sounded female-coded voice to me. I shouldn't make an assumption based on that information about the identifying gender of an individual, but that is what it sounded like to me. Also very quiet. Was like something, well, Trump would be really grabby. And the chat went dead after that. For, who knows what kind of reasons. I don't know. It could be, I don't know if entirely what they said was understood, or if some people were intimidated by a potential female gamer. I don't know. I got some chuckles from my return comment, but the secondary response was silence, or kind of like, oh, I was like, ooh, yeah, and then no one said anything for like 10 minutes. And at that point I was just running around trying to figure out how to swim. Pretty much. I was able to figure out how to put armor on, because underneath of armor, you can see over there, it might be really small, but underneath the armor icon, it just says G. So, being the smart young gamer that I am, I figured if I press G, it would use the armor. So, yep. Pretty genius. Figured that out. Also figured out how to, you can switch firing types, because that one is also labeled. Like, so I can do, it says full auto there in the middle, and then I press B and it says semi-auto. So I figured some kind of weird things out because they were labeled on screen. But so in single player, I can hit pause and everything freezes. I could do, you know, Quicksilver montage. I could go in here, I could remap controls, I could go to my settings, I could do all sorts of random crap. That does not work in multiplayer. So do not have time to just like research control mappings. So that's cool. So I'm running around, I'm just trying not to die. But if you do not upgrade your weapons in any way, I eventually figured out that the rarities on the wall would go up, so I bought like a green or blue version of the machine gun, and that was good, so I wasn't running around with like, I ran around with the base pistol for a long time. But right, if you don't know how the like pack-a-punch system works, how the Perca-Colas work, which are the vending machines, so if you don't know how the like vending machine buffs work, if you don't know how the pack-a-punch thing works, I'm running around and I have like more essence than I know what to spend on. But that quickly also kind of goes south, because you only gain essence from killing zombies. And if your ability to kill zombies decreases, your ability to earn essence also decreases. So I had more than I knew what to spend on at the time, but I was also not earning very much total. So yeah, the rarity upgrades are also nothing to scoff at damage-wise. So the combo of both together lets you actually do stuff. But because I was using basically just crap weapons. And so by like round 10, 15 here, and oh god, this abomination spawns, and I start hitting it, and it's like, I'm just tickling the health bar at that point. It was like, I stood and I shot the abomination, this thing that spawns at 15. I shot this thing for like 2 rounds straight. And it was like a quarter dead. Because I was like, wow, god dang, these mini-boss enemies are really tough. Oh my god, I guess you gotta get like the squad together and really pump them full of lead. And so I used basically like an entire gun's ammo capacity into it. And I had even figured out that, you know, it's got the 3 weak spot head point things. So I was like, you know, I wasn't no slouch, but my damage was just not where it should be. But So, another thing of how this game works is that every 5 rounds, you are offered the opportunity to exfil. So, it's a helicopter shows up, picks you up, and you successfully leave the zone. And just to put it into perspective, right now, I'm running around on 16, and this little exfil opportunity has popped up. I will not be using the exfil until like round 20, 26, 31-ish, is my plan here. Which is normally pretty chill. I did already die, but we're just gonna skip that. Anyway, to put it into perspective, the plan going in for me and my dad was go to round 5, complete that, try and exfil. That was the plan. We were gonna go in and play 5 rounds, right? It was like, let's get our feet wet. And we ended up playing a 40-minute run where we went to round, I think it was 26, is how far we got. And but every time the exfil opportunity would pop up, my dad would go hit it because he's like, let's do it. But when that happens, it starts a vote, and everyone needs to agree to exfil. And on the first vote, we start an exfil, and 2 of us say yes. And the guy goes, "Oh, we're exfil on like round 5? What are we doing?" We're like,
exfil window closed.
I think it'd be nice. He's like, "Oh no, we're good. So we keep going. And like, I was doing okay up through 10, but once we got around 15, I was struggling because I'm no longer doing any damage and I'm starting to die. So another thing I bought there was, you can get more plates of armor, which is also a pretty big deal for survivability, and I think I did figured that out at least. Or at least the 2 plates. But it got bad fast, and there were 3 of us that were really not doing anything. I mean, the 3rd person, I don't know. They might have been doing more. But they were also dying a lot. But it was like, a lot of times there would be rounds where like all 3 of us were dead, and it would just be the guy finishing it. But eventually we're struggling so bad. He's like, okay, we can exfil on the next one. Yeah, that's good. And I'm like, thank you. I have felt useless for so long. And what you're supposed to do there is I'm supposed to be like, hey, this is my first time. I don't know tell me what to do, please. But I was like, I'm gonna figure this out. And so it was just a very awkward experience. It was anytime someone would die, the guy would be like, hey, how you guys doing over there? Because it's like my dad would go down and then I would go down, or one of us, people were trying to revive each other, and then all 3 of us would be dying on the ground next to each other, and he'd be like, hey, how's it going over there? And we would just be like, fine, I guess. We're dead. There's a lot of zombies. And then he'd come revive us and be like, oh, thanks. It'll happen again. Yeah. And I learned a thing or 2 from spectating while dead, because I saw him go and drink a power-up, and he was pinging some things on the map, because I'm fairly certain this was his first time playing this version of zombies, because he didn't know where anything was either, and he was pinging stuff out. He's like, oh, found this, you know, found Juggernog. The box is here. Anyone found this? And he was like, oh, anyone found the box yet? And I was like, what? No. So, but it's like, right, there's what am I trying to say? There are standards for this kind of thing. So now that I've gotten 15,000, also, I did figure out how to pack-a-punch my weapons from watching him. Because I watched him lock up and now I know that he was pack-a-punch too, like this. So, because it was probably on, you know, a round of a similar number, where I was dead on the ground. I had a non-pack-a-punch weapon at this point, and I watched him go up and pack-a-punch too. His gun changed color, and I was like, oh, that's why his gun sounds like it's shooting lasers. I'm like, that's weird, because my gun doesn't sound like that. And so I figured out the fact I didn't know you could do it multiple times, which is kind of part of the issue. So, because at this point, right, we're rocking Pack-a-Punch 2, so our damage is now even further beyond. So we're keeping pace with the zombies, right? It's like when I you know first dropped in, I was killing zombies at almost roughly the same rate. But so to keep pace with that kind of like easy flow, you have to stay on top of your Pack-a-Punch levels. You have to know that you could do that multiple times or at all. So I learned some things from watching, but there was a lot of stuff that you just have to either figure out or like look up or see from someone else. And that was kind of fun to learn this stuff later. But the first match was just a abysmal showing for gameplay wise, for like performance. So afterwards, then I had a lot of stuff on my list. I was like, well, number one, I have to figure out how to play this game. Not only objectives and like mechanics, but what buttons to press to get the game to do things. But eventually did go and figure that things out, and for a while that was the highest round I'd gotten to, but I quickly figured out how things work. And I really like this gameplay loop. It's really cool that I love a nice single player experience. There's things for me to do. I'm doing my dailies. These daily challenges that require you to get like kills with the ammo mods. Some of them are better than others. I think it's possible that also the some of the augments I put on the Shadow Rift I have on might not be the greatest for getting kills, but hopefully that killed a couple. There's also I had known about these power-ups beforehand, but every once in a while when you kill a zombie, it'll drop a green floating power-up like this. So this one is 2 times, which means you get double the points. And the power-ups are very easy to figure out because you see a symbol on the ground and you're like, I don't know what that is. But you touch it and then something happens and the name is really like, so if a nuke drops in the ground and you pick it up and it says nuke and everything gets nuked, then you're like, oh, okay, the nuke is a nuke. Got it. And then there's like floating armor pack. And you're like, oh, what does that do? And you touch it, it says full armor and it fills your armor up. Well, I think I know exactly what that one does. There's one that's an ammo thing, and you pick it up, it says full ammo, or no, it says max ammo, sorry, and it fills all your guns with ammo. Boom, easy to, all of them are very quickly learnable, right? It's like, floating armor, huh, and it says, max armor, right? Oh, okay, yeah, I get that. So now, when the armor shows up, I know exactly what that does. I know what the ammo's gonna do. The X2 is double points. I'm gonna be able to figure that one out. Nice and easy. So there's a lot of stuff that is, you know, friendly to learning. There's some very specific mechanics like this like arsenal thing. There's I haven't shown you yet, so you might not know about it, but there's a thing called a crafting table. Or I mean, actually, I don't know if that's what it's called, like a crafting station. I'm not sure what they're actually called. I'm kind of lying at this point. I was like, oh, it's called a crafting table. What is this called? Crafting table. No, it is called a crafting table. So you can craft stuff at the crafting table. Like right there, I crafted a refill on my self-revive, which you can do. which that took me a while to figure out. But it was pretty fun to, you know, experience something really new for the first time. Like, it was, it wasn't super similar to, like, playing a Souls game for the first time, but it's as close as I've gotten since playing a Souls game for the first time to that, like, experience, which is fun. You know, that was a good time. But I mean, for the first round, it was a lot. But I think it makes a pretty good story. I did tell it in like the longest, most rambling way possible. So you're welcome. At some point, I think I'll probably I've been meaning to. I was like, I think that was a pretty interesting thing. Put that in like a small video or something. But I also were trying to collect my thoughts on like the Call of Duty stuff as a whole and zombies, where there's some interesting things going on here, and like I do like this. The gunplay is good, it's smooth. I like the kind of exploration aspect. Sometimes things move around, like the box isn't always in the same place. So the box is this stream of light, actually. So there's a box that'll give you random items, and that pillar of light will tell you where it is. So there's, you know, some things that change every time you play, which is nice. And once you know how it works, the like get points, upgrade things system, I think works really well. But some of my biggest like gripes or complaints and things are that I wish there was incentive to try and push yourself. I don't know if I'm missing something. I don't think I am, because I did a little bit of research, because I was like, one of the things is, so as soon as you start playing this, right, as soon as you like get your bearings, like at this point, right, I am not super worried about like living, progressing, etc. Like earlier I died, I was like, oh, that's awkward, but I wasn't super worried that I was gonna completely fail out. So I you know, I'm fairly confident at these levels and stuff. So what do you, if you're chilling, you can, if you just have fun shooting zombies and, you know, doing stuff, that's totally fine. Like, I do enjoy just coming in and, doing my dailies. And I also, at the same time, I like every gun has levels, on it. So using the gun levels it up outside a game, and you can, customize your loadout. So you can put like attachments on, put a silencer, change the stock of the firing mechanism stuff. So there's, you know, there's some out-of-game customization. Oh my god, I'm just realizing that I died and I never picked my Juggernog back up because I'm an idiot. Whoops. I saw my 150 HP and was like, what the hell? Oops. I'll have to rectify that in just a second. But I'm almost to 30,000 essence, so I will be going and getting my Pack-a-Punch 3, which is the final Pack-a-Punch. But like, so I enjoy the like, I come in and I level up my weapons a little bit. If you get headshots in zombies on most weapons, it'll unlock their camos. So I've been getting some camos for this gun this round because this is my first time using it. But so like getting more loadout stuff, cosmetic stuff, I like that. But I have some issues with that system. So I think that the higher round you can get to, you should get more progress on both weapon XP, player XP, and maybe even camo progress. I think you should be incentivized to go as physically far as possible. And then you do get an XP bonus for exfiltrating. So like if you can successfully get out alive, which is actually not trivial unless you figure out how to make it trivial. because there is one way that I found on my own, which I was very proud of, that makes it insanely trivial to exfiltrate, and is one of the later, it was a suggested way from my content creators of how to get out easy, and I was like, oh, that's cool, I figured that out too. But because there are these support items you can get that are not like grenades. Well, actually, interesting, you know, I don't think a UI should have like the button you need to press to activate things on every item, because that would just be crazy and look bad and not make a lot of sense. But I do think it is worth pointing out what mechanics I was able to figure out based on my first time playing, because I picked up a support item, which was this little turret, and I haven't found one yet this game, but oh, actually it's behind me, so you won't be able to tell. But when you pick up a support item, it'll show up next to your ammo and stuff, which is hidden behind me right now. But next to it, it has, like, the part of the UI element has the number 3 on it. So when you press the number 3, it uses the item. Which, like kind of like the armor, or the ammo, or the firing type. Some of the UI elements are labeled with the button you use to press them, or, you know, activate them. Which significantly increased my ability to figure out how to use them. And so I think that is, you know, just like, if you label things, people will figure out how to use them. But like, I don't, there's you have to have a balance between that, because if you labeled everything, I would be like, that sucks. But it's just kind of fascinating, you know? Kind of makes sense in hindsight. We're like, well, duh, if you put a label on something, you'll know what it is. But there's a helicopter chopper gunner thing that just makes exfiltrating a breeze, which is what I will use to exfiltrate on this as well. But I think the incentive to successfully exfiltrate doesn't seem super high. But what's worse is that it doesn't feel incentivized to go to higher rounds. So, because like, did I not get it? You should be like encouraged to, you know, try push your limits. And I don't feel that way. It doesn't seem like that's really a thing. And oh, probably. By the same token, the camo grind, as it is called, is a little weird. So every gun, except for melee and launchers, are completely critical kill based. Which means that, so like, I started with this gun, and I had 0 progress on its camos, which are the like cosmetic skins. Is what a camo is. It's a cosmetic like wrap for your gun. Oh yeah, so this Hellstorm is now, yeah, wait, actually, if I have a second, I can come in here, and if I turn off the couch, oh shit. Okay, I should just pause. If I turn everything off, and now you can't see it, hell yeah. But now in that bottom right corner, you can see that, right, like, there's a little rocket next to, there's like ammo that's moving down now. And then next to that, there's some little symbols, and there's a little rocket with a little number 3 next to it. And so, guess what? Surprise, surprise, if I hit the number 3, it uses the thing! Crazy. But so I knew how to do a couple things. Support items, one of them, because they tell you how to do it. Okay, let me turn this all back on. Oh, I didn't deselect that. Interesting stuff. Oh, and then this one's like a skull. What does this do? And it says insta kill, and then every bullet insta kills stuff. Very easy to figure out. Now I know that the skull means that. But camos. So that's a great thing for me. I love progressing for cosmetic stuff, and I'm pretty good at killing things with headshots. That's what I naturally went towards. Because like, so when I started the game, you know, you shoot a zombie, and there it says I got a plus 90 in the middle screen for a zombie elimination. But if you shoot in the head, oh, that doesn't, it's got a Shadow Rift kills, that's not a good, but so there it says 115 for a zombie critical kill. So immediately I'm playing, and I very quickly was like, oh, okay, so you're incentivized to get headshots because you get more points per zombie. You are more financially responsible, economically progressive. No, not progressive, that's not the right word. But you're economically accelerated if you're getting headshots. So I'm already, like, I already want to kill things faster. And I'm like, well, okay, if it's faster and you make more money, I'm going to do that. Because, like, if I can kill a zombie in the same, like, speed or with significantly less effort, like with body shots, then I'll do that. But now that there's multiple things that are leading me towards headshots, like, I'm gonna be doing that. You don't have to, like, I didn't even go and get Pack Punch 3, I'm just noodling about. How many more? Oh, I only need one more Shadow Rift. Nice. Nice. Also, right now, there's these, temporary things you can do that are SAM trials that, I'm not really engaging with this time. But those are fun too. Give us some good little goodies. Oh, what was this talking? Camo grind? Oh god, what was I talking about? Oh, headshots. Right. So I was already going for headshots. But it was nice to see that there are multiple gameplay elements that are, you know, tying together to be like, ooh, okay. Headshots are better for damage. Critical damage is more. But you're also given a reward for successfully getting critical kills. So it's good to see, you know, multiple elements lining up together and incentivizing and rewarding for slightly increased, like, accuracy and skill expression. Great. You love to see that. Excellent stuff. But and so the interesting thing, so I picked this gun up this round, right? I've never played this before. So immediately I have 0 out of 100 on the first camo. It is 0 out of 100 critical kills to unlock camo 1. And so if I killed a zombie and it just said, you know, regular elimination, that would not count in any way towards my kill. Because it needs to be the yellow critical kill. So like if I shot this zombie in the body and it pops up white, doesn't count. I get no progression. Sure. Makes sense. But SMG, like getting headshots, getting, you know, like it's fine, whatever. Oh, and here's a helicopter. Nice. Exfil secured. You can also craft the helicopter if you're correct out of game level. But like mowing down a group of zombies and getting precision kills with an SMG like this is incredibly easy. Like I put my reticle at head level and I just like look back and forth and get 15 critical kills. Like the SMGs you can just absolutely slug through. Incredible. But suddenly you whip out a shotgun and you're shooting pellets with spread and you're trying to get a headshot, and it takes much more work. And the immediate thought I'm hit with is I'm just like, why is it not a like point-based system? So I'm pretty sure the reason I'm pretty sure what this is from is Destiny. There would be bounties or things that or like quest progression steps where it would be like, okay, you need to get 1,500 points to unlock a thing. So let's say a camo 1 is 100 points or something. And then how the Destiny system would work is you would get a certain number of points for completing a certain action. And so, like, say you would get 1 point for killing a zombie, but you would get 2 points for getting a critical kill. It rewards you for doing the harder thing to complete. And so, like, what I would suggest for we got all the stuff. So I think I'll go to like round like 30, and then we'll exfil. Because I have found that around round 30, your ability to like quickly get headshot kills with fast firing weapons like SMGs, assault rifles, well, and also even like the harder hitting guns, just it significantly slows down around like level 30. And there's not a clear like incentive to go beyond that, especially if like I pretty much only have like character levels and weapon camo to go for. I really am not, there's nothing really else for me to do. So mainly what I come in and do is I do my dailies, but then after that, I'm basically just looking for headshot kills with guns. And if suddenly, after round 30, it takes twice as long to headshot a zombie, I'm gonna exfil and start over. Which seems weird to me. Because for more challenge, you should get more reward. So I think that, like, so currently you would need 100 kills to get camo 1 or the SMG. I would suggest my solution, my change would be you make that 200 points for camo 1. You double all the goals, and then you make eliminations 1 point, critical kills 2 points. Something like that. Maybe you could like quintuple the points and then make an execution 1 kill and then a critical 5. Because if the people's complaint is, well, you know, you have to master the weapon. You know, if the camo grinder's like, no, this needs to be difficult. You can make it so that it takes 5 times as long. But like, because I think one of the silliest things is that, so there's this weapon called the, I think it's the GS1045, something, I don't know, it's a pistol. And certain guns, when you pack-a-punch them, have special effects. So, like GS10 and there's a sniper rifle, the LSR? Certain guns, when you pack-a-punch them, will start firing like rockets or grenades. They fire explosive rounds. And so it starts killing a bunch of stuff, but you get no progression on the camos with those. And I feel like camos, and some of the, you know, like mastery camos, which is like, do you know how to use the weapon well? And I'm like, well, I could kill 10,000 things with a weapon, which is like a lot, and I would have gotten no progress unless those were headshots. And so I think you should be rewarding, you know, playing with the weapon and getting kills. I also think it's silly that, like, getting, you know, like, headshots with, shotguns is like, you know, as long as you're killing things faster, sure, but like with the pellet spread and stuff, you're actively, unless you unlock slugs for the shots, so you're firing 1 bullet instead of more, or like you get the attachments that reduce spread, but like aiming for the head just like doesn't make sense. I don't know. I feel like there's ways to incentivize grinding for it and rewarding players for doing the thing that's encouraged, or going, like, if there was a multiplier on progress for things, for like getting certain rounds. Because me as a player, I want to go to higher rounds than I can, because like I can basically get to round 30 with like my brain off. I'm just like rambling. I've died a couple times, you know. Round 30 is not super crazy for me, at least. It's possible that it might be difficult, but the more you know about how things work, and like I've gotten some nice augments, like my field upgrade is pretty goated. But like I don't have a reason to go any further, and that's okay. Like nothing needs to be like super intense. Like I'm cool just coming in and, like, this is pretty chill. Like I'm just coming in here farming down some zombies. It's not like super high octane for me, which is like that's good to have a fun little daily thing in. I get my daily stuff, I progress some of my guns, but I do feel a little sad that, like, for a while I was kind of like grinding the camos. I was coming in and doing stuff, but I just didn't feel like my time was being like linearly compensated back. Where I was like, I'm putting in more time than I'm being rewarded for doing. And that, I don't have there's like leaderboards for round progress and stuff, but I don't really care about that because the harder rounds, from a new player perspective, it doesn't, I mean, like, it seems tedious and it's in some ways difficult to do high rounds, but it doesn't seem challenging or rewarding to me, is what I would say. Where, like, it, you know, I don't know. Because it's like, it's not particularly much more, like, it doesn't, there's no new mechanics. The round 50 plus. Nothing like new is happening. It just takes longer. Like once you hit like 50, it's like things are just tankier. Once, you know, after 30, the HP keeps going up and my damage does not go up because I can't pack a punch anymore. Like right now I have the max rarity gun. I have the max pack a punch. And my damage is looking good right now. I'm mowing through zombies. But it only gets worse from here. It just only gets worse. That's it. This is it. I have peaked. I have gotten all the things. I have 30,000 essence that I could spend on the box. Oh, that's it. So, an interesting thing is that, so, I don't know. I'd heard about the ray gun. Before I played this, because, you know, everyone's like, oh my god, ray gun. And I got the ray gun, and it's like, okay. It's like, good. Oh yeah, so there's 800 critical kills. So I just got 800, and I probably got like, I'll probably end up with like 1,000, 1,100 kills total this run. But so it's like, I've gotten 800 critical kills, so I got to that progression of camo. But, I think there was something I was gonna say when I got the camo top, but I don't know what it was. Like, you know, I'm making progress, getting some things. That's fine. But it's also just like, it feels weird for critical kills to be the goal for every single gun, every single camo. Melee obviously doesn't, but like whatever.
You got a one-way ticket back to base with your name.
I don't know. Those are some of my thoughts. What was I talking about? Oh, just progression. Like, I've got like 40,000 essence. There's nothing else for me to buy. Oh, that was what I was talking about. Oh, hey, Tony. I think I forgot to say hi. Little distract. With essence, I could be going to the box and re-rolling for a wonder weapon. Like the ray gun. But, like, it doesn't, like, make that much of a difference. Obviously, if you, like, having two guns with ammo capacity, and the ray gun does have some AoE capabilities, which is cool, which is good. So there's, you know, if I wanted to go as far as I could, getting extra currency is good, and like, now I don't really have anything to spend scrap on, other than, oh shit, I'm gonna go down here. Got a little bit stuck. It's like having extra scrap here, you know, kind of nice. I could go, like, I can go and grab another quick revive. Self-revive. You can buy armor plating. So if you got nothing, because all of a sudden you start taking so much damage from just even stepping near a zombie. So armor plating becomes like a necessity to have at all times. And well, here I can, oh shit. It's time to exfil. But like, I'm starting to take a bunch of damage. My damage I'm pumping out is falling off. So 30, 35 is an excellent time to exfil.
Exfil is no longer available.
It just feels a little weird to me that like, I feel like I'm almost the like ideal candidate for this game. Even as a new player, I'm interested in the loop, the gameplay, all the stuff. It's interesting to me that it's like, from playing other things like roguelikes, lights, games like that like, there's a little out of game progression here with there's like, you know, got the camos, augments, weapon levels and things. And there's the prestige and stuff. It just, there's not the same level of an enticement, and I find that kind of interesting. So the helicopter just absolutely mops up exfil. Easy peasy. Ta-da! But it's kind of interesting. Because at this point, most days, I do my one game like this, and I don't feel the need to play anymore. Yeah, because I got 1,400 eliminations, 890 of which were critical. But I only progress camo progress for these 890. And while I get it, because they're like, yeah, you gotta get the critical kills, but like, does that need to be the case? I don't know, because I killed a lot of things with a gun. I don't, you know. Interesting, you know. And also, so once you hit max level, you can prestige, which I do pretty much every time it's an option because I don't like wasting XP. But that's also an interesting thing. So when you prestige, now I am back to level 1, and this locks me out of everything. Oh, so fun thing though is I actually do get a new set of daily challenges when you prestige, which is kind of fun. So I get to play again. Ta-da! And it wants SMGs, so I could go back in with this gun. I could continue leveling up. But you'll also notice that so these guns are now locked because guns that you haven't gotten the level for, like you need to be level 43 for this gun. Like the other week I had gotten, so these 6 SMGs are the base game SMGs, and I was trying to unlock the where is it, barracks, I think, challenges. So they're mastery badges. So if you get you can get like bronze, silver, and gold for getting kills, just eliminations with the guns. But to get the diamond badge, you need to get every single gun of a category or gun or tool ability thing. Like there's also one for like the field upgrades. But to get the diamond version, you need to get everything in the category. Like shotguns were easy because there's only 2 of them. Melee, there was originally 2, but now there's a 3rd one. But the new ones they've added don't restrict the previous ones. But so I was trying to get the diamond mastery badge for SMGs, but this compact 92 only unlocks at level 49. So I can't do that. And so like while I understand. I like the idea of having to, you know, start back over with only the base things unlocked. It doesn't feel like it's a challenge. It just feels like it's a roadblock, because like I think the interesting thing about a prestige system where you have to start over again is it should make it more difficult when you restart, but it doesn't. And also it feels a little weird that if you have a skin for a gun, suddenly that gun's just usable all the time. Like I got this skin, so now I can just use it. It's like it feels kind of pay to win, which I don't love. But I guess it's kind of like pay to not have a downside. And so normally suppressors are just really good at zombies because they increase the drop rate of scrap. But pretty much at this point, it's just like, we'll do it on side speed. Aim walking? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We'll kit out the gun a little bit. How's our reticle doing? Oh, that's good. Oh, look, do we have the green one? Oh, not yet. I love the green one. But yeah, so here's the camo list. So, the first, what was this? 3, 6, 9. The first 9 are all the same for every gun. And so it's 0 through 2,000 critical kills. So I'm 842 out of 2,000 critical kills. And then you've got some interesting ones where they'll be unique, where they're like, this is 300 eliminations with dead wire, and this is 300 point blank. And then you get the really pretty ones, the Mystic Gold with his 10 kills rapidly 15 times. Look at the Mystic Gold are juicy. And so I was naturally incentivized to try and start doing that. So like I started with this Jackal PDW. Look, all of that nice gold camo. But so I've working through my way, and so I think I have Mystic Gold on all the SMGs, even the ones I'm not allowed to use. Oh, did I not? Maybe I haven't gotten Mystic Gold on this one yet. Maybe I forgot. Anyway, I feel like I'm almost. Oh, I was gonna put a cam on it. I'm like kind of like a target demographic, I would feel, and yet not always super incentivized. Because today actually this worked out really well because I get to go back in and play another round, and I will also be doing dailies. So hit that play solo. It's just kind of interesting. Oh wait, well I'll be playing as the woman. I forgot. Because when you prestige, it also for some reason resets your operator, which has no bearing on gameplay as far as I'm aware. And prestiging doesn't reset the operators that you have unlocked. So I don't entirely know why it does that or if that's intended, but it does. So yeah, I think that's most of my thoughts on the Call of Duty Zombies experience from a new perspective. I think I remember most of the things I wanted to talk about, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, like the movement, the gunplay, smooth. So I enjoy playing it, but maybe, just, I have noticed this, I don't know if it's personality wise, but probably a little bit, just my gamer incentive wise, I struggle to interface with certain games and gameplay systems more than others because I enjoy playing a lot of games. I enjoy playing most games, for that matter. So the reward structure is really important to me as well. And the amount of reward in for, effort and time, or amount of reward out for effort and time in kind of things, very important to me. And so I've just noticed some kind of weird discrepancies here because I want to play this game more because playing it is fun, but I don't like playing games just for fun. Ooh, that sounds awful when I say it out loud. I think maybe maybe the better thing is I don't like playing games just for the enjoyment of the playing, but also for the enjoyment of getting rewards and progression out of it. That sounds better. But the concise version sounds concerning. But like I think it's more like I also very much enjoy the you know, achievement or
Keep pushing. We need to
like
find out what caused all this,
goodies,
even if it
loot
turns out it was
side.
us.
And they're almost of equivalent importance to me. Like I'm not incapable of playing things just for fun, but like the once per day here, and maybe that's intended. Like this could be an intentional design choice, right? They could be like, well, we don't want to burn you out, so we're gonna intentionally balance it that you only want to play once a day. And if that's the case, then honestly kind of goated. Like they did that perfectly, because I am probably more likely to play this game for longer because I can't efficiently grind everything. So you know, maybe they knew what they were doing. I don't know. But because on the flip side, I did stop playing for like a week, and I don't feel too bad when I like am not playing every day, because I was grinding through the camos and I was like, wait, what the hell? Because I was starting with the SMGs because I really liked the playing with SMGs in the zombies mode, and so I was starting to max that category out. And then I moved into the shotguns, and you know, the camo grind with the shotgun takes way longer than a camo grind with an SMG, both in time and like rounds, zombies. Because even if you get a nice, like perfectly lined up headshot at a decent distance, sometimes you get a pellet from the blast that just hits chest and gets the kill, and you just get fucked, you know? And then, you know, I'm looking through the weapon categories and all the things, and I'm like, oh, this is a lot of work. I'm like, they want me to get like 2,000 critical kill and all these guns? I'm like, oh my god. And then it's like, you know, looking at the eliminations, where with the shotgun, I have like 7,000 eliminations. It took me like, you know, 3 times as long to get camos on those guns. And then, you know, SMGs are like, I need like 2.33k eliminations to get the average, you know, like critical kills in there.
One ugly bug, KIA.
It's just way more efficient. So then I was looking at the other weapon categories and just was like, nah, I'm not doing that. At least not now. But so maybe over time, slowly, I will get those. But I was like, I feel like there should be a medium ground between that, where like I shouldn't burn out because I realize how daunting a task is, but I also shouldn't burn out because I'm playing it too much. So yeah, balance in all things, etc., etc. I think I'm getting SMG kills, parasites, successfully excellent. Oh wait, parasites are shit. Okay, I screwed up a little bit. I saw parasites and did not correctly identify that parasites and vermin are different. I screwed up. I should have played Terminus. That also would have made sense for the video or stream if I played one of each of the maps, but brain off. Yeah, no, I do love me some brain off time, and this game kind of fits sometimes. Where like once you figure out how all this crap works, it is simple, but it's the kind of simple that people who have been doing it for decades, I don't know if that's quite the right term, a decade, are like, well, duh. Yeah, what, did you pack a punch your gun? And you know, to a layman, that sounds really weird. Oh, what? You didn't get your Coca-Colas and your pack-a-punch gun? What are you even doing? And and now I know what that means. But like, this stuff doesn't exactly make that much sense to your average person, and I'm even like kind of a gamer. And so I pick it up pretty quickly, but like learning it in the first place was a task. But I think I enjoyed it. And the beautiful chaos of the first match was fascinating. Oh, I got 5, okay. But like this, it's very formulaic. So much so more than my normative repetitive grinds, which is fascinating. Because like this is, I do the same thing every time, and it doesn't matter what gun it is, I do basically the same thing every time. I know that one of the potential things I could be doing to like be speeding things up is this. It's like I think it's called the rage inducer that makes zombies faster and stuff, so like you can get through early rounds more quickly. I haven't really tried that. That's definitely something that's a potential increase. A potential challenge and reward where it's like your reward is that things go faster, but I haven't really looked into it. But like you just, I come up here, you do the pack-a-punch, I get my rarity increase, I hang around, I make some more cash, and then I make my way around to the survivability perk-a-colas. Then I come back, I get my triple vest, I farm some more, I get my pack-a-punch too. Then I run around and I normally get the my extra perk-a-colas, the ones that are not, you know, like super important. Actually, I think normally I do that before Coca-Cola too, or Pack-a-Punch too. But like, you know, I do basically the same thing every time, and it doesn't really change based on the weapon. Where other than that, like, I will definitely you prioritize PhD flopper if you have an explosive Pack-a-Punch weapon. Other than that, though, like, there's not like a lot of like build variety or like playstyle stuff. Oh, and I guess I haven't really even talked about any of the like Easter egg stuff. I think that stuff is cool, but it's not my main engagement. I also haven't, I know there's also things like if you shoot the thing on the church, then it'll give you a perk and stuff, and I haven't really been keeping track of those. But it is cool that it's a thing. I'm a fan of Easter eggs in general, especially the gameplay related stuff is fun.
Any last requests? Oh shit! Max ammo.
Max ammo. Yeah. I enjoy my time, but I have some, you know, shared some thoughts. But I get the feeling that there's probably not a lot of like new player influx is the vibe I would get. But I don't know. Yeah, who knows? Maybe there's, but like, I don't know, the vibe I've always got is like the people who play Call of Duty have been playing Call of Duty every year when it releases for their entire lives. And some of how the things work, and like specific like zombies and things, I don't know, it feels a little like that. It definitely was not super hard to learn, but like, if I was, less familiar with like gaming in general, I don't know if, because I was definitely, after that first experience that was like crazy, I was like, well shit, I want to learn how this works. But I could see how you could easily be like, I'm not playing that again. after that first experience. I bet if you were doing it solo, it'd be a little different because you could pause and like look things up or like change the key bindings or etc. etc.
Extraction bird in your AO. Limited time offer.
But like if I was a new player and I had gotten into that like random lobby and everyone was just running around doing stuff and it was crazy and hectic and I, you know, basically had to play way longer than was planning and all that stuff, I might not have ever come back to the mode.
Hats off to me, and heads up to you.
But I guess the hard thing there is like I'm not advocating for like baby tutorial mode, but I think that I haven't tried directed mode, but it's entirely possible that could be the solution. Because just, you know, something optional that you can go in and have a more hands-on experience and be like, hey, have you considered getting these upgrades or something like that. Because I think there's something that'll walk you through the main Easter egg,
Not even for a second.
as they call it. I think it's a little I think it's because of how this mode has evolved. I think calling the like main objective mission the main Easter egg is a little weird because it's clearly like the main story, and often online it's really hard to tell the difference between like they call them main Easter eggs and side Easter eggs. But like I don't know if I would really even now consider like the main objective mission thing an Easter egg, as I think like to me well I guess, you know, because it's hidden a little bit. It just feels like for the gaming term Easter egg, the fact that it is like the main objective automatically disqualifies it from being an Easter egg, because in the gaming sphere for definition stuff, main Easter egg seems like I don't know, like an oxymoron, where you're like, well, Easter eggs are superfluous, like side hidden things. And yes, you can play zombies mode and do rounds and stuff without doing it at all, which is true. But like when you load in and people are talking to you and being like, hey, you should do this thing, suddenly it doesn't feel like a side thing. I don't know. But this is like the terminology seems a little wonk to me, but like I get it. And I could see that you could argue with, you know, like the semantics and that it is not technically like required or even like pushed for, but I don't know. I think arguments can be made either way. Yeah, I think I slowly hit all the points I was looking to hit. Not very succinct. Probably not very persuasive, but hopefully a little fun if anyone is around. I was also thinking that some of those things could be good videos potentially. I think, you know, because like I like to see different perspectives and things, and also it's fun to see what it's like to be a new player in a, you know, a genre you've been in or a game series you've been in for a long time. So I'm like, maybe I could potentially produce a video that could entice some people who have played a lot of Call of Duty. I don't know. I do not know. No clue. Just try and make stuff sometimes, I guess. But yeah, no, I'm just yeah, we got 25 parasites, which I can't do on this map, which awkward, and then just the next one. Doesn't really burst. Every time I like fire rate, it goes like it does got quite the fire rate. We can really mag dump it. We got 75 bullets per mag, and you can blast through them pretty quick. The SMGs are incredibly good in the zombies mode. I don't know what the like multiplayer meta is because I haven't played any of that or watched anything, but SMGs are really good with zombies. Specifically, in the like quick moving critical kill category. I think like shotguns are the best for like brain off kill lots thing. I think the shotguns are definitely like shotguns or explosive guns are definitely the king in those categories, but like for getting headshots and money really quickly, SMGs are awesome. SMGs are usually pretty good in COD. I believe it. They feel really good. Their damage doesn't feel like lower than like assault rifles, but their like mobility and fire rate are really good. Because like normally I tend towards like assault and battle rifle type, or you know, in this game they're called marksman rifles type gameplay, and so I was trying those mostly first in this, and I do like them, but for specifically zombies, like the time to kill on most things does not require the heavier hitting, slower firing stuff, and so SMGs feel very good. Because like I think with if I turn this to like semi, yeah, like these guys are still like one-shot headshot kills with this gun, so it's like you don't really need higher firepower. Although I did, no, I didn't. Well, I got vermin are kind of squishy, I suppose.
Extraction is ready when you are, Alpha.
I should test that on like a zombie, but I'm probably gonna pack a punch 2 pretty soon. So I'm you know, I'm not like ahead of the curve right now. I should be slightly behind. Although depending on if how your damage is doing, you could decide to go for damage, or I could go and get some more Perca-Colas. Which is there is a little bit of player choice here where I'm like I could go for survivability. You could completely forgo getting armor plates for a while. Like you could skip the vest, go straight for pack a punch 2. You could be like, I want all the Perca-Colas. So there are some options, but I don't know if they impact gameplay quite enough, or if there's like a, you know, downside trade-offs. Just kind of interesting stuff. I also don't really like abominations. I like the idea with the 3 mouths and like the moving weak spot thing, but when they start doing this charge stuff and their weak spot is not active, I'm very annoyed. Like I think one of them should always be shootable, even if like the mouth is closed up. Like right when it's kind of like moving and turning on and off, and like I get that it's because the mouth is open, but like I don't know. I don't know. The elite mobs are more annoying than I would like. More annoying than challenging, but I don't know. I am a newcomer to the genre. Well, I don't know if I'd say genre. I do feel like this is kind of its, with all the with all the, like the mechanics and things here. I think this is, you know, Call of Duty Zombies is kind of its own like little genre. I think the overall genre would be like round survival, round based, just tactical survival, team based survival. Although you don't have to have a team. I love that. Do very much appreciate the solo thing. I do feel like I don't think that the Easter egg stuff is very well designed for solo. I think that probably is somewhat intentional. And not in the like fuck solo players way, but like I think they want it to be a cooperative puzzle exploration combat experience. And so I don't think it's like bad to design for that, but when I was trying to figure stuff out by myself, and like when I'm trying to look at a room or a whiteboard or like an area, or like try shooting things or doing some extra stuff, and I have to run around the map 30 times because I have to keep one zombie alive and so he won't smack my ass while I'm trying to do something, is like, really? I get that that's like the thing, and that's how there's like, that's zombies, dude. You train that, you get your buddy to train a zombie around, and then you do the Easter egg guy. What are you talking about? And I don't know if this is like a Call of Duty boomer take, like newcomer. Oh my god, get a load of this noob. What a dumb take. This is how it works. But I'm like, if there was like at the end of a round, the next one didn't immediately start until you hit a button, would that be the end of the world? And I think this is I'm finally doing like a awful take, probably, to the people in the genre, but like as a newcomer to the game, it's like, it seems like an unnecessary thing. But I'm sure that would be very offensive to long-standing fans. What? That's how it's done. You just have to keep a zombie alive to do the little stuff around the map if you want to, and it's like, okay, but why? Because functionally, the only difference between keeping one zombie alive and running around in circles is time investment. Technically, you could argue like, well, you have to know how to do it, or like know to keep one alive, like, you know, it's the strat. But is it really? I'm like, have you suffered for so long that now if that wasn't how it was done, you'd be like, well, that's not round-based zombies. Is kind of the vibe I'm getting. But that, like, cause really, what's the difference? Functionally, it's just the amount of time you have to suffer, or you just get a friend to run around in circles for you.
Killing me when you had the chance.
It doesn't feel like a conversation the community wants to have. I don't know, I haven't looked into it, but I'm just assuming that's sort of a stepping on a landmine type take. But I don't know, at this point, it seems a little weird. Like, I get it, I think. But also I don't. And because there's the funny thing that I can definitely see myself being like in that camp, but it's the kind of thing where, you know, once you've been in like a community or something for, you know, X amount of time, that you just don't see how little sense it makes. Yeah, what? Oh, it's just the time efficiency? Yeah, well, no. Yeah, when it actually when it really just is. But I think I like a lot of the ideas that are here.
Feel as fit as a butcher's dog.
Feel as fit as a butcher's dog. Okay. Bye now. But I am excited. There's a new map coming like tomorrow. That'll be fun. I don't think I plan on like. I don't think this will be like. I don't know if I'll ever play Call of Duty on stream again. I don't. Because I think, you know, if like the camo grind stuff it felt rewarding enough for my time, I would totally have come back and streamed like 7 hours of just killing zombies. But at this point, since my play sessions for Call of Duty normally are like 1 hour now, I don't feel confident like doing a stream on it. So I thought a short Wednesday would be good, and it lined up really nice with the double dailies, although I've kind of screwed that up. And a lot of people playing this. Yeah, it's been very, very popular. Although, I mean, I've seen videos from most of like a lot of the creators that I watch played like a little bit. Most of it was like campaign focused. Or like I watched the Donkey video where he like didn't play. But Call of Duty, the zombie videos briefly entered my recommended because I was looking up stuff that was like, I was like, what the heck is, how do you do this? How do you get past round 15? And it was like, have you tried pack-a-punching? And I was like, oh, no. I had figured that out at least. But it took me a while to figure out that you could do it multiple times. That was something they're like, oh, you know, pack-a-punch 2 or 3. I found like a Reddit post and I was like, 2 or 3? What do you mean? Oh. But I know that like player base wise, things are popping. I like it. I have had a lot of fun. Like I have more playtime in Call of Duty Black Ops 6 than Dragon Age The Veilguard. Not really comparable games, but I do have more playtime. So that, you know, I am having more fun playing and being in the game. That's not nothing. Wow, where did you go? But I don't, it's probably not something I stream. Also, like, I'm not gonna be like, I'm sure there's gonna be a ton of people, day one streaming the like Easter egg world first hunt thing, but that will not be me. I'll probably play the map tomorrow after stream to try it out, but I probably won't be super serious about like doing the Easter egg for a while. I do like that you can do it solo though, eventually. Whereas, you know, it's like, there was the new Ultimate raid in Final Fantasy 14 that, you know, I would probably be doing the new stuff in Final Fantasy 14 if it didn't require 7 other human beings. It's a lot of people. That's almost more than I've ever played like video games with that I knew ever. I think the only reason that isn't true is because I've played League with more than that. But other than that, pretty crazy. I don't know, that's a lot of people. That's more people than you should know in real life.
But I might have gone a bit too far.
And that's not even considering the 24 people. Good lord, get out of here. Scrap. Yeah, no. I've only played like the first 2 missions of the campaign. So ironically, the campaign was more involved than I was like, oh, you know, I was like, I could do a little campaign, but I was kind of expecting the like incredibly linear like a Halo old school like not on rails, but like, you know, linear mission based thing, which in some ways the missions in the campaign are kind of like that, but like there's like upgrades and money and stuff, and the campaign's actually probably more high quality than I was really looking for, which is, I've never said that before, but I was like, oh wow, this is more in depth than I was expecting. I was not gonna think about it. I was just gonna go pew pew pew, but and there's like side objectives and stuff. Yeah, I mean, like, so I was talking about there's the what's Fate's Rewritten is like the new Ultimate, which I think is pretty. I think it's like, as far as I'm aware, Ultimate is as high end as it gets in FF14. Because I don't know anything, but as far as I'm aware, are Black Ops like the zombie games? I'm not sure, but yeah, the campaign was cool. Like you go in and on the jobs you can collect money, and then you can get upgrades. So like you can upgrade the amount of armor plates you have. You can upgrade like your ability to steady your gun. There's like actual like progression and stuff, and you can get unlock a workbench and things. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh wow. I was like, I could just go and shoot some random faceless mercenaries for government propaganda for a couple hours. Sure, that sounds fun. And then it was like, here's a story and mechanics, and I was like, never mind, I'm good for now. I was like, I would just like to shoot things, please. Which is, I was not expecting that. I was like, oh wow, it's like almost too quality for me right now. Thought that was pretty funny. So I haven't gone back to it yet. I mean, like, I probably will at some point, but it's not like it was like requiring too much brain power, but it just more investment than I was looking to give. I was like, oh, I'll probably have to like pay a little bit of attention if I want to get like an experience that is. Yeah, it's something that's perpetually on my list, is to try and, because I joined a free company on my server in Final Fantasy, but they have organized events and stuff, which is cool, and like I think I could very much play a lot of Final Fantasy with those people. They seem very nice. But they're mostly active right after I am not playing. And like I could easily schedule and like play at those times, but I haven't made that decision yet. The thing, I am playing at normally pretty awkward times for my time zone. Or just the time zone of the continent of which I am on. So I'm like, that's putting effort into figuring out people to play with has been on my list, but not done that yet. I don't particularly like socializing. And that's sort of a big part of all that. Because I know that I'm also like my schedule's flex enough that I could make things work, but I feel like ideally you'll line up naturally. Might be too much to ask for. Oh, there's an abomination that's still alive. That's funny. Bola Valley. Baby Bola. Oh god, it was also really funny. So there was I will every once in a while I'll play a little bit of this with my dad, and he likes to laugh about that, like I'm using the Omni movement stuff, or just movement in general, a lot more. Like, I'm sprinting and sliding around and do a little crawl, little go, dive off something, do some stuff. And he's like, what the hell is this kid doing? Playing. The sliding is great, but I also played a lot of Destiny, so sliding is second nature to me. But also this game is great. The pretty cool thing is you don't have to always be I nearly killed myself there. When you slide, you if you're sprinting, right? Like you can't slide when you're walking. So it's like totally normal sprint mechanics where like to slide you need to be sprinting. And then you hit crouch and you'll slide. But in this game, you don't have to automatically toggle sprint again to start sprinting after the slide. It just automatically does that. And I'm like, that's an awesome quality of life thing. Because like, you just don't have to be pressing that button all the time. Which is, I find very slick. Very slick. I don't use like the diving and stuff a lot, but it's cool that you can. Dive backwards! Like, it's super cool that you can do it. It's not very practical, but it's fun that it's an option. But I feel like something I was to mention. Saving right now, playing. Oh, right. But we sometimes get in. We're playing our daily objectives, daily objective gamers, daily challenges. And a couple times, often it'll be a daily objective that wants you to use a field upgrade. And one of the field upgrades is what's it called? Like dark laser? What's it called? Dark flare. And basically what dark flare does is it puts a little like laser gun in your hand. Like you're like where your gun is, you're aiming and you're firing a laser. And it works totally normal for me. Actually, what I should do is, wait, hang on, where is this? Okay, so let's see if I can. We're gonna do some testing. Oh, I can't use energy flare. Never mind, can't do it. I'm not high enough level. Don't have dark flare unlocked. Oh, another gunner. But he had an objective to get like 50 kills with dark flare. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna train up a big group of zombies, and then you will fire your dark flare into it. It'll be super easy. And the first time we attempted, on my screen, nothing happened. And he's like, nothing happened. This field upgrade sucks. And I was like, that was weird. I didn't even see a laser. What happened? I don't know. And he's like, okay, we can try it again. Okay, and so then we, wait for it to charge up. And then, group together a big clump of zombies. and I'm like, okay, let it rip. And so I can see him standing there, and all of a sudden, so the laser starts up, and then the laser starts jumping around. It looks like he's aiming like this, and then all of a sudden it goes up in the air, and it comes back down, and it's like at the ground, and like that. It looked like that was how he was aiming, and I was like, what the fuck is going on over there? And I'm like, I don't know what to say, because I'm like, dude, are you having that much trouble aiming that laser? Like, ooh, this looks like might be a skill issue. And he's like, what? I can't aim this thing at all. It sucks. And I was like, yeah, it definitely looks like you're having trouble. What the fuck? And then he's like, I'm not using that shit anymore. And I'm like, but the daily challenge. He's like, no. And I'm like, okay, fine. Yeah, you don't care. You do you. But then the other day, I think, because he was playing some by himself. And I walked up, and I was like, oh hey, you're playing some zombies. And he's like, yeah. And he had another daily objective to use this thing. And he's like, yeah, I got this one again. I'm like, okay, well, let's try it. And so I'm standing there watching. Oh, actually, this isn't exactly how it happened, but there was something that happened before this. But on his screen, in third person, like, so, because he plays in third person, which I'm pretty sure is the crux of, I think this issue is a third person issue. Oh, whoa. This feels so weird to aim in third person, like, just in general. I mean, okay, I think I'm still getting a headshot, but this feels, it's very different. I mean, I think I got that, remnant from the Ashes third person POV. Anyway, he's looking straight ahead, and yet the laser is doing that whole thing. But his character is pointed straight forward. So I was like, oh my god, I totally thought you were completely inept. Because that's how it looked to me.
It's safe to say my pacifist days are over.
And I was like, I didn't want to say it, but it looked bad. But I witnessed it. There's some sort of like possible, I don't know if it's console based or if it's just third person or what, because then there was also there's another day we were playing, and I think it's possible that the controller batteries died or something, but on my screen all of a sudden he started looking up, spinning in a circle, and just firing in the air. But I can still hear him, and he's like, I can't control anything. So there's something going on that is beyond his control, but it was pretty funny from an outside perspective, being like, dude, what? Because like it's sort of one of like the stereotypical, like, oh yeah, you give an old person a controller and they don't even know how to move and shoot, and they look at the ground and they go in circles, you know, like, look at the ground, look at the sky, ha 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 ha. But no, I think he was being framed. But I was like, oh, he's like, yeah, oh god, yeah, look how bad this field diagram sucks. I'm like, oh wow, yeah, that's not what mine does. No, mine, no, my laser goes the direction I'm pointing. It was hilarious because it's like the character on his screen and his model are looking straight forward, and the laser is just going like. It's fascinating. I have no idea what about anything could cause that issue, because it's clear that, like, you know, the screen direction and stuff knows exactly where he's facing, and yet the aiming for that gun is just like, I have no idea. What if a little bit of everything? But yeah, he's normally got about like one session of zombies in him a day, if that. Which I is, you know, that's about what I play now. So like, understandable. That's efficiency. Yeah. We'll probably play the new map at some point, maybe this weekend or something. Could be fun. Should be. Yeah. Okay. Right. Successfully exfil. Yeah. We'll go to 30, 31 again. This is just. I think this is the most like, from my own personal testing, how I'm playing now is the most efficient way to be leveling your camos. I don't know about like. I haven't done a lot of testing to see if going to higher rounds in exfil or not exfil is like better for like account, prestige, XP and stuff. But I think this doing, you know, 1 to like 30 seems to be the best for camo progression from my limited and not very thorough testing. And most of the time, very rarely, like, so right now I am too low level to craft. I could not craft a helicopter for myself, but pretty much every time I've done this, I've gotten a single helicopter to drop before 30, so I always have a guaranteed exfil in the helicopter. Helicopter. Insta-kill. But like the gunplay and the zombies and stuff, the core gameplay loop is very strong. Even without any of like the upgrades and stuff, it just feels well put together. And that's probably because they've been, you know, perfecting this style and stuff for a long time. But I actually, it's hard for me to accurately, like, I really like the gun feel. It's surprising. I did not think that was going to be the case. I thought it would be like, it would be fine, but like, it's good. It's good. It feels good. Because like, I went through a couple phases as a gamer for gunplay, because I kind of just assumed that it was similar feeling in most, if not all, games. Because I don't play a ton of FPS. But like I played a lot of Halo, and then I played a lot of Destiny. Was pretty much most of my like FPS experience. So I didn't have a wide variety, and I absolutely loved the gunplay. I don't know if present tense love for Destiny gunplay is accurate, because I haven't played Destiny 2 in like a year or two, if not more. Couple years. But I just really loved the guns in like Destiny 1 and Destiny 2. I just like the gameplay feel. It was just slick, smooth, good stuff. And then I can't play. I've tried multiple times to play Borderlands. I fucking hate how playing that game feels. I can't even comprehend. I can't like explain why, but I can't. I don't know. I've tried more than once on very separate occasions to try and play Borderlands 2 specifically. It feels icky. I don't know. I don't like it. And I don't know why. It just feels wrong, and it baffles me. I don't know. But so playing like Call of Duty, I was like, well, it can't be that bad. Well, I mean, it could have been that bad because obviously people really love Borderlands. So I'm really confused why I play it, and I'm like, this game sucks, and I'm very confused. And I've tried multiple times because I'm like, this cannot be reality. This can't make sense. There's no way enough people are mass hallucinating this. I don't know. It's still one of the like the only times I've played something I'm like, I must be doing something wrong here. Like there's no way that this is reality. It just doesn't, because like I I've played things and been like, oh, this isn't for me. But, because like, right, it's like, oh, not my genre, not my game. Oh, but I can see why people would like this or whatever. But like, I'm like, this should be fun for me, and it's not, and that's really weird. So I was like playing Call of Duty, and like, it could be like that because clearly lots of people play Call of Duty, and play it a lot. But it's really good. Like the base, the game package with like the shooting, moving, and like graphics, it's excellent. And like I didn't know how well it would run today because I haven't ran like my model at all with this before, but it worked great. It worked great. Oh, and we're like 200 crit kills away from almost got base camos done for the SMG. That's pretty nice. Making progress, but since I didn't get the vermin kills. No, it was the parasite kills. I'll probably have to play another quick match on Terminus later. Yeah. We got the, played quick 2 matches, got the submachine gun to level 22. Got almost all the base camos. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh, wait, we finished off the reticle? I'll have to switch that out then. Oh, yeah. But it is noon. Got 2 quick little exfils there. Good stuff. Good stuff. Hopefully some of my rambling makes sense. Maybe I'll go back and look if this could be edited into anything. I don't know. But yeah, I've been playing that off stream. I probably will continue to play a little bit off stream. Oh, I got distracted by gaming. Thank you for hanging out, Andrea and Gurdan. Always a pleasure. Just because Gurdan's been around. But I at this time I am planning on playing Final Fantasy 14 tomorrow. So hopefully I'll see some of you around there, and so I imagine that would be something Andrea would be interested in. I have heard people talk about Hildebrand. Apparently there's more Hildebrand quests coming in this patch of Dawntrail at some point, so I should probably do that. He's a gentleman and is apparently funny, ? So that's my plan as of now for tomorrow. So we'll see. But yeah, that's my plan. I'll be back tomorrow, whether or not that, well, I mean, I'll probably be back tomorrow, and I'll probably be playing Final Fantasy. Inconceivably more Hildebrand. So I'm told. Hope the humor hits for you. We shall see. We shall see, won't we? But thank you so much, everyone who stopped by today. Stop by today. I don't know. Thanks. I don't know. Do I have a blue sky? I do not as of this time. I do not. I've considered it a couple times. But I'm still on the dead blue bird for now. Wait, apparently playing Call of Duty Zombies and talking did more damage to my brain than I was expecting. Maybe, am I getting sick? No, probably not. Guess we'll find out. But yeah, thank you so much, everyone who stopped by today, whether you're here now or long gone. It means a lot to me to stop by for any amount of time. Maybe I just like lost the script in my brain somehow. That was really weird. I don't know. Yeah. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day as well. Always a pleasure. Meal and good rest. I am gonna have lunch. It's true. But yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye for now.